The high value man. What is that exactly? The one who is not in danger, but simply is the danger. In the past year or so, we've seen the rise and kind of the fall of the high value man. But what is a high value man exactly? That's a good question. What makes a high value man? How do you become one? Is it what they say it is, or is it all just a bunch of lies? That's the question I want to get to the bottom of. Now look, before I explain what a high value man is, I know you don't just want my perspective. I'm one man. I can't give you all the answers. You want the perspective of the people, of the masses, of everyone who roams the earth. That was a voice crack. But you want the people, I'll give you the people. I decided to go out on a journey, on an adventure, to go out and seek the wisdom and knowledge of the people. How should a high value man carry himself?
With confidence.
They can fight or not, you know. There's a lot of girls this day and age, they get an ick if their man's being stabbed to death and they're not doing anything. Like
That's beta shit.
That's beta shit. The number of voices in their head, it's got to be above 2.
Just like really, really big, like massive amount of like kindness.
Shoulders should be, chest should be puffed, shoulders back, Always look at people like they're worse than you, because they are.
Number 2, income. How much money should a man make?
I think he should make, I don't think there's a number. I think he should make whatever makes him feel comfortable with what he wants to do.
Now see, ladies and gentlemen, this right here is a prime example of a beta cuck. You want to stay as far away from these men as possible. These men are the real danger to society, not the high value man.
Like about maybe 4.5 million yen.
That's facts. I think yen is going to be the new currency soon, obviously.
4 to 20.
4 to 20 mil?
Yeah.
4 to 20 mil?
Yeah.
Sounds about right. At least $1 billion a year, if not a week, but not everyone can do it, Just something light.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, you don't really have to have a high income. You can just fake it, right? So as long as you make it appear like you actually make a lot of money, that's all you really need. You can always scam old people out of their life savings. That'll pay the bills. Well, for you. Number 3, you have to flex things. You have to make it look like you live in a luxury home. So you know what? Scrap all your piggy bank money together, right? Go rent yourself a nice mansion and flex on the gram, as the young kids say nowadays. You'll also need a few baddies. And I know what you're thinking, Rick Lovin, Mr. Lovin, we can't pull shawties like you. Like, what are we gonna do? That is a quitter's mindset. You know what you do? You round up as many hot cousins as you have, preferably above 6, right? 6, 7, sweet spot. You want the 10s, maybe even an 11 in there, right? Low celebrity appearance type shit. Then after that, after you have your mansion, your rented car, boom, you hit the club. That's where you actually have to spend a little bit, but you record 10 videos and post them throughout the week so people think, you're living their dream life or their vacation life. You know what I mean? Now that we know the basics of the high value man, there's still one question on everyone's mind. What led to the high value man? Since the beginning of time, the woman was the most praised for her looks and her gyat. And as time went on, the man was forgotten, for all his hard work had been seen as the bare minimum. The baddie's standards were too much. And the men grew angry. Resentment built like a sweat on the night of thy fort. And so arose the cobra from the depths of the sea. Slowly arose in power. Gracefully he showed men how to be high value.
He taught men to work on themselves, guided them through their path of reckoning and vengeance. And thus we stand here today, on this fine evening, lost in what once was a peaceful world.
First, we have to take a look at how society has treated men. We all know men's mental health doesn't really exist. We don't have feelings. But what if I told you we did? I'm gonna list off some of the reasons why I think young kids want to follow in the Bugatti man's footsteps, and then I'll tell you some alternatives to try to improve your life, you know? Look, I'm only 19, I don't know all the answers, but if you listen to what I say at the end, you can improve your life, and trust me. First, I want to talk about how women are showed in public interviews. You know those ones where, how much should a man make? Oh, what kind of car should a guy drive? Blah, blah, blah. And it's, I'm just going to roll some footage.
Fully, like, adult.
Someone that you would consider wanting to be with the rest of your life.
300K.
3 figures.
Okay. So why is that?
Just because, like, that's a stable income, I'd say.
What's the ideal height, do you think?
6'9".
6'9". Okay.
I would rather go like 6'3", 6'4". I don't know.
Guarantee you like 90% of the women interviewed are actually like pretty decent women, very calm, very like logical and real people. Then the other 10% are just, you know, the ones that are delusional and think they deserve the world, you know? We've all met at least one person like that. This makes guys who don't actually really go out think that every woman's like that. And that's really bad for a young kid, especially young impressionable kids, young men, young impressionable men that, you know, are just starting life, just starting to explore the world. And then this is brought into their brain. It's very, very damaging.
What do you think created the high value man movement? Maybe women having too high a standards? Or is it just that men are simply just beta?
It's actually me. Not a lot of people heard about this, but a couple years back I was thinking that all these women are so into like being so good, feminism.
You could say bitchy.
Yeah, if you wanted.
I would say women created a lot of it, expecting a lot and then making unrealistic numbers. But I guess they can have whatever they want. I don't care what they want.
You could say bitches be bonkers. These men are beta. These men are victim of the Matrix. The Matrix got to them, huh? If you know, you know. The victims of the Matrix, that's all it is.
All right, so when women started asking for all this shit, and when a lot of things on the internet, when like there's like women who think they deserve the world, when all bitches do is eat hot shit, be bisexual, and charge their phones and shit. Once that started, then men start getting pissed off like yo. I need me a lockdown woman.
Lockdown woman, but fat ass.
Fat as the best.
Yeah, that's one of the most important things.
It's kind of like the hub in the sense that you think a girl should have, you know, a perfect ass and like big old heavies. And I fully understand why some YouTubers, you know, make those videos like that, you know? And as long as he's just a nice guy, blah, blah, blah. No, you want the dumb ones. You want the broads. You want the fucking blondes.
Do you believe that young kids and men maybe are comparing themselves too much to others and maybe are jealous of the gyats that they cannot obtain? And just obtain that shit, bro. Just stop being a bitch.
Don't compare where you don't compete.
No, obviously this woman is crazy. You have to compare in order to get better. But the delusion of these women, I'm telling you, John, back at the station, you know what I'm talking about.
I think so, but I do think it helps create men for the better. But a lot of what the internet does, you know, it's like toxic masculinity and shit. Like, obviously, it's good to have toxic masculinity, no doubt. But there's also you gotta have that soft side to you, but not like that kind of.
Can't let these bitches see you weak.
Hey, you can't let them see you weak, because you know what? Like, everything for a girl is ick nowadays. So like.
Number 3, they want to be something. They want to be someone. They want to be recognized. They want to feel like they actually have a purpose. You know, they're made to feel worthless, and then, you know, they see this one guy. Hey, work on yourself. Oh, hey, bitches only want money. Hey, it's not your fault. It's these bitches. So get your money up and then flex on these bitches and tell him, you can't have me now. I don't know, something like that, you know?
Do you think applying some of these high value, traits and practices can better a young man's life? Maybe. I mean, yeah, but like that shit's kind of toxic. So don't be a dick. Be nice to people, but like work hard, get what you want.
Yeah.
Elaborate more.
Do you reach ultimate sigma?
Yes.
Like going to the gym, focusing on yourself, tossing the bitches to the side.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, you're never gonna have a girl 24/7, but you're always gonna have you 24/7.
I think going to the gym is awesome. I think you should be in shape, whether it's a little bit a day or a week. I think you should be in shape.
Stop being a loser and hit the fucking gym, right? Wait, no, hold on. No, that's bad.
He told these young kids all these girls want is money. And, a guy that's confident, and that they're not confident. So they need to buy Hustlers University to stop being a fucking brokey and live that fucking wealthy life. You know what? He did motivate a lot of people. He did actually help out a lot of young kids. You can become like me for $50 a month. Trust, like not a scam. Like, now my final conclusion, I feel like this video isn't, the best, but I'm still working on it. Trust me. These videos are gonna get better. Now my final conclusion, pros and cons. Let's get the cons out of the way. Young kids can really be damaged by all the shit that they hear on the internet, and especially from, some of the things Andrew Tate says, not the best. If you don't take him seriously, he's really funny. But if you do take him seriously, the other really big con is chasing the money. Money isn't gonna buy happiness. What are you gonna do? You work your whole life, you grind and you grind and you grind, and boom, you have millions in the bank, but no, worthful memories. Now the pros. The biggest pro, I think, that I really want to get out there is focusing on yourself. One of the biggest things that high value men preach is focusing on yourself, and I think that's very important. Focusing on yourself, building yourself up, and becoming your own man, being proud of who you've become, and it's an achievement that no one can take away from you. Let me tell you a little story. There was a time where I went to go get some blood work, and there were 3 nurses that couldn't find a single vein in either of my arms. And I felt really shitty about myself. Guess what? Now they're popping out, not super, a lot, but they pop out now. Easy, and that's something that no one can take away from me. That I worked for that, and I feel proud. And if someone, makes fun of me or calls me fat, even though I'm still a little chunky, but what? They didn't put the work in. They don't know what I've been through. They don't know how hard I worked. They don't know the sacrifices I've made. That's what it means to really be a high value man, confident in yourself. No matter how much money you make, no matter what house you live in, that is it. Confidence in yourself. And honestly, having some cool hobbies that you like. If you like reading, read. If you like collecting rocks, collect rocks. Whatever floats your boat, whatever gets your dick wet,